temple on top of a mountain. What connection could a place like this have to the luminary? It certainly benefits from divine protection of some kind. Yggdrasil fell to earth not far from here, yet the temple buildings escaped entirely unscathed.
I know that face. That man is a knight of Heliodor. Heliodorian swine! You think that your blockade will break us? Think again. The disciples of Angrila are made of sterner stuff, as you will soon see.
What in the... These movements must be intended to confound us. Be on your guard. They may attack from any angle.
Enough! All of you! Is this how we treat visitors? As your High Lama, I order you to stand down.
Your Holiness, these people are not visitors. They are soldiers of Heliodor. We cannot be sure of their intentions.
Soldiers of Heliodor, you say? The tall one, perhaps, but his young friend does not look like a military man to me. I sense a great power within you. Tell me, young man, are you the luminary?
Incredible. You divined your true identity with a single glance.
How long we have waited for this day. Please, you must forgive my disciples' discourtesy. Their training is incomplete. Welcome to Angrila, honored luminary. It would please me if you would join me in the high hall at the top of the temple. We have much to discuss.
Strange child, but remarkably perceptive for one so young. There is more to him than meets the eye, that much is certain. Well, we have come this far. We might as well make our way to this high hall of theirs, see what he has to say.
I welcome you once again to Angrila, honored luminary. As I believe you know, it is my privilege to serve as High Lama of this most sacred temple.
I am to address you as Your Holiness, correct? Might I ask what you and your people know of my companion?
Why, everything, of course. We have awaited his coming ever since the day he entered this world, in the castle of Dundrasil.
Waiting for him? What do you mean?
I mean exactly what I say, nothing more. Tell me, do you recognize the symbol on this banner? It is the emblem of Dundrasil. Since the age of heroes, the princes of that nation have come here to train with us for 6 years of their youth. Your young friend was born a prince of Dundrasil. Thus did we expect him to come here as a boy and study under the great Grand Master Pang. Sadly, that was not to be.
So if fate had been kinder, you would have spent a good part of your childhood here. What of his tutor, this Grand Master Pang you speak of?
When the Lord of Shadows brought the world tree low, the Master set out to summon a magical mandala to protect the temple from destruction. The spell succeeded, but its power was too great. Grand Master Pang did not return.
A noble sacrifice indeed.
Now that the Master is gone, it falls to me to guide you. Come to the field of discipline. It lies behind this hall. There is something you must see.
It is a shame that the Grand Master cannot be here. I would have liked to meet one so noble. Come, let us see what His Holiness has in store.
Beyond those doors lies the field of discipline, where students of Angri-La strive for enlightenment. Before we tread upon this hallowed ground, let me tell you a little of our history, and of the luminary of legend himself, Erdwin. Before setting out to defeat the Dark One, Erdwin came to our temple to learn from the Wise Ones, who made their homes here even then. The first Grand Master, i.e., accepted him as a disciple and trained him in the secrets of spiritual realization. But he did not train alone. During his time here, he met someone who would change his fate forever.
Who was this person?
Another of Ai Yi's disciples, a young mage whose talent outshone that of all who had come before. A man named Morkant. Erdwin and Morkant would train together every day, each striving to outstrip the other. Though they were fierce rivals, they became firm friends. When their training was complete, Morkant joined with Erdwin in his quest to slay the Dark One. Without Morkant's magic, he might never have prevailed. Before setting out, they carved an inscription into this stone, a pledge of eternal friendship. It has been a treasure of ours ever since.
Morkant. I have not heard the name before.
Now allow me to show you to the field of discipline, if you would be so good as to follow me. Welcome to the field of discipline. Since the age of heroes, many a would-be warrior has spilt sweat and blood upon these flagstones. If your karma had been different, this is where you would have trained under Grand Master Pang, like all the princes of Dundrasil before you. I have brought you here so that you might stand in the footsteps of your ancestors. An unbroken line leading all the way back to the Age of Heroes. Even your grandfather, Lord Robert, completed his training here. The memory of his achievements shall live long in the temple's memory.
His achievements?
Pang was a harsh master. With this implement, disciples whose efforts were lacking were given motivation directly to their fundament. It became known as the Naughty Stick. During the course of his 6 years of tuition, your grandfather's right honourable posterior was paddled an unprecedented 10,000 times. The tale of Lord Robert's road to enlightenment lives on to this day. Every disciple knows that he must focus at all times, lest he face the same fate.
A legendary achievement indeed.
You are worried for your grandfather, yes? Do not be. Lord Robert overcame every challenge set for him by the Grand Master, and emerged stronger every time. The fall of the World Tree would not have been enough to extinguish one so resilient. He is alive. I sense it. Tonight there will be a modest feast in the High Hall to celebrate your long-awaited arrival. We would be greatly honoured if you would join us. We may not be able to aid you as we would have done were Master Pang still with us, but in this respect at least, we can provide. And the hermit, what news of him?
Forgive us, Your Holiness. The monsters on the mountain path were too strong. We were unable to reach him.
I see.
Your Holiness, is there a problem?
Yes, Sir Hendrik. I fear there is. You see, 2 weeks ago a hermit visited us, unannounced, then just as suddenly departed for the top of the mountain.
Alone? Whatever for?
That I do not know. The moment he heard that Master Pang had passed away, he ran from the temple. He was last seen climbing the path to the summit. The mountain has become infested with monsters, emboldened and strengthened by the rise of the Lord of Shadows. It is a perilous place indeed. This being so, I dispatched a group of disciples to return him to safety. As you can see, things did not go quite as planned.
I have trained all my life for a moment such as this, and yet I have failed in my first true test. I have brought shame upon Angri-La.
Might we be able to offer some assistance?
I thank you for your kindness, but you are guests here. I cannot ask you to undertake such a dangerous task.
A Knight of Heliodor does not abandon an innocent in need. These people have shown us great kindness. It is only right that we do them a kindness in return. Would you not agree?
Thank you from the bottom of my heart, but I cannot allow you to bear this burden alone. I shall come with you. We must depart for the summit of Mount Panglai without delay. After exiting the temple, we will take the path to the east in order to begin our ascent.
It seems we are too late. Is this the hermit we came in search of?
Unfortunately so. He was in deep meditation when he breathed his last. I am glad at least that he was prepared to meet his fate. But that posture, it is awful, uniquely awful. I know it from somewhere.
Incredible! Issue 1 of the Ogler's Digest. And in mint condition. Indeed. It seems our friend here made his peace with the world before departing. This, at least, is some small solace. But this is one of the royal treasures of Dundrasil. Why would a lowly hermit have such a... By the skies! Can it really be?
Lord Robert!
Your grandfather was Master Pang's most fervent disciple. Can he have chosen to follow his mentor to the next life, perhaps?
No, he is still breathing.
What?
His spirit hovers in the place between life and death. It is only a matter of time before he passes the point of no return. But there may yet be a way to save him. If you were to follow him into the void, you might be able to bring him back.
But how? Is this even possible?
The ancient teachings tell us that the summit of Mount Panglai stands at the crossroads between this world and the next. If you will permit me, I can perform an ancient rite that will send you to the place between worlds. But it is not a decision to be taken lightly. Once that place is entered, there is no guarantee of return. Well, will you take that chance? Will you visit the void and bring Lord Robert back to us? Very well. I will prepare for the ritual. Tell me when you are ready, and we will begin. It is time to depart for the place to which every soul must go, but from which few ever return. It is time to perform the rite.
What is this foolish dance? What manner of ritual is this?
Another wandering soul drifts into my domain. Welcome, child, to the end of your journey. Destiny is cruel indeed to send me one so young. This may be a fruitless question, given the vacant expression you wear, but do you know what fate awaits you here? Oh, you poor young fool. You have no idea of the suffering to come. Let me unburden you of at least a little of your ignorance. I will explain in simple terms that even an idiot may understand. As you see, this world is a blank slate. It is a place of nothingness. Before Yggdrasil fell, departed souls would come here before returning to the World Tree. But now that the tree is gone, it is a place with an entrance but no exit. A dead end for the dead. A spiritual cul-de-sac. What I'm trying to tell you is that you will never leave this world. Before long, your soul will dissipate and be lost to the void. As long as the cycle of souls is interrupted, all who die will suffer the same fate. Until at last, the Lord of Shadows is the only one who remains. This is your destiny. Accept it, for you cannot change it. Or do you cling to the vain hope that the heart of Yggdrasil may be recovered from Mordegon's clutches? If you do, you are a fool. And yet, you would not be alone in your foolishness. There are others who refuse to accept that all is lost. Some people just don't know when to give up. Did you think that he chose death out of a sense of despair? You could not be more wrong. He came here with hope in his heart. The hope that one day he will defeat the Lord of Shadows. Your grandfather came to find me so that I might teach him the last of my secrets. You know who I am, of course. Foolish child. I am Pang, Grand Master of Angrila. Your grandfather's teacher and tormentor. Do you see the magic circle that surrounds him? The precise pattern of movements draws energy from the ether and channels it to create the mandala of Yggdrasil. This is the final secret. He has been flailing away like this ever since he arrived here. It is not good for him at his age. But when the great sigil is complete, he will have mastery over a power not seen since the Age of Heroes. Get out, mate! Don't you dare give up now! I'll beat your bottom black and blue, I swear it!
Oh!
Well, would you look at that? Perhaps he is not completely useless after all.
Hey! Did you see that? I finally did it! Oh, it was beautiful!
Yes, very impressive. I thought you had gone soft in your dotage, but it seems you still have some guts. Well done.
Jinx! Grandmaster Pang! Was that praise? Hoo-hoo! For the first time in my long life, she's actually paid me a compliment. Oh, that's warmed my cockles more than 100 nips of the hard stuff.
Perhaps if you could stop congratulating yourself for one moment and squint beyond the end of your bulbous nose, you would see we have a visitor.
Oh my! Is it really you, laddie? Och, not you as well. Your poor young life snatched away from you. It's not fair. It's not fair, I tell you.
Stop your sniveling. The boy is alive.
He's what? But what's he doing here then?
He and his friends found your body and sent his soul from the world above to bring you back.
Ah, really? But I only came here to... And you went to all that trouble. As you can see, I'm perfectly fine. Finer than ever, in fact. Now that I've learned the final secret, you and me are going to be unstoppable. Come on, let's get back to our bodies and show that Lord of Shadows what we're made of.
Stop right there! Where do you think you are going?
I can't thank you enough for all you've done, Grandmaster. But now that my training's finished, I need to be on my way.
Finished? Oh, but we haven't even begun. Honored Luminary, if you would like to follow me. grandfather has mastered the last secret of Angri-La. He now has the power to send enemies straight to the beyond. It is a technique first devised in the Age of Heroes by Morkant, brother-in-arms of the Luminary of Legend. For you, I have a technique no less impressive. An attack of such incredible power that it can tear through all 4 dimensions. It was devised by Erdwin himself during his training with Yi, our first Grand Master. And it will give you strength beyond reckoning, Luminary.
Well, that can't be a bad thing. Me with Morkant's spell and you with Erdwin's attack. We'll be unstoppable.
If you can master it. None since Erdwin has been able to do so. The training you must undergo to acquire this power will be more intense, more relentless, more excruciating than any you have faced before. Well, do you think you have what it takes to endure this most trying of trials? I knew you would make the right choice. Now, let us begin. The first step is to focus your mental energies and call forth a blade of pure light. Hold out your hand and try. As good as can be expected for a first attempt. The heat of battle should help to speed you up a little.
Battle? You mean you're going to fight him? Oh, no, the poor lad's not ready.
Me? Why would I rumple my nice clean robe when I have you to do my dirty work for me?
What? You're going to make me fight my own grandson?
Who better, Lord Robert? You have mastered all our secrets now. There is no one better suited to the task. And besides, I've always wanted to see 2 princes of Dundrasil battling it out. Let me know when you are ready to begin. Before we continue, allow me to give your grandfather an unfair advantage. All in the name of speeding up your training, of course.
Oh, aye! I've not felt this alive in decades! Let me at the little blighter!
That's the spirit. Don't hold back. Show him the true power of our last and greatest secret.
Just you watch me!
Luminary, prepare yourself. Beat back the onslaught and unleash the technique if you can. The more you use it, the stronger it will become. You must practice until it is perfect.
Here I come, laddie. It's time to show you what this old man can do. Come on then, laddie.
Oh, yes. Wonderful. I couldn't have beaten him more soundly myself. I must say, I doubted you had it in you. But you have proved me wrong. And for once, that is no bad thing. The power of the technique comes from your heart. Hone that greatest of weapons, and none will be able to stand before you. Now, I think it's time we peeled that old degenerate off the flagstones, don't you?
You beat me, even with the last secret of Angri-La in my side. Oh, I can't believe how much you've grown, laddie.
You weren't too much of an embarrassment, no. Perhaps I finally have a disciple worthy of the name.
So this is where you have been hiding.
Wait, I know that voice.
Mordigan.
Sniveling worms. You thought to escape my clutches by cowering here in this ruined world. You have only delayed the inevitable.
No! Curse you! I had thought your powers could not reach us here. It seems I underestimated you. So inconsiderate. There was one last thing I wanted to teach you. Fine. It seems we must do it the hard way. You two will just have to learn the ultimate ability here and now. Or die trying.
What? So the last secret of Angri-La wasn't the last one? And Quadra Slash wasn't either?
Of course not, foolish man. There is another. A supreme skill devised by Grandmaster i.e. one that Erdwin and Morkan performed together. Well, don't just stand there. Combine your powers. Revive the technique that was lost to us so long ago. So that I can die happy.
You dare to resist me?
You must do exactly as I say. Exactly when I say it. We have only one chance. Robert, do not think. Act. Use the technique I taught you. Quickly! Now, Luminary! Unleash Quadra Slash! Yes, the last and greatest of all the secrets of Angri-La. The technique to end all techniques. Solar Flare!
He is back with us. But he is greatly weakened. We must get him to the temple right away.
Ah. You are finally awake. Good. I feared you had suffered some lasting injury. Lord Robert awoke a short while ago. He's outside speaking with the High Lama. We should join them.
Oh, hello there, laddie. Better late than never, eh? What are you staring at me like that for? Is there something on my face?
It is your physique, Lord Robert. You were a good deal slighter only a short time ago.
Oh, that! Nothing a good breakfast couldn't cure. Aye, the Grand Master put me through worse on more than one occasion.
Lord Robert has told me what came to pass in the void, that you met Grand Master Pang, and that she trained you in the ancient arts. I hear that you were even able to master the ultimate abilities of your ancestor Erdwin. You have my congratulations.
And I hear that I owe you a debt of thanks, Sir Henrik, for looking after the boy here while I was away.
Please think nothing of it, my lord. It is the least I could do to make amends for all the wrongs I have done. Indeed, I feel I must apologize.
Ah, don't torture yourself over it, son. We've all been pawns in Mordigan's game. You've nothing to apologize for.
Thank you. Truly. What do you intend to do now? We had hoped to find guidance here in Angri-La, but alas, we find ourselves at an impasse.
Well, funnily enough, I was just thinking about something Grandmaster Pang told me. She said old Erdwin used a very special form of transport when he went after the Dark One. Some sort of sacred flying contraption.
Whatever could that mean?
I didn't get the chance to ask her any more about it. But it sounds like just what we need to get up to that castle and knock Mordigan off his perch. As for our old friends, none of them were exactly the giving up type, eh? If I'm still alive and kicking, you can bet the rest of them are out there somewhere. So, what say we head over to Arborea and keep an eye out for our pals on the way? If this flying doodad's supposed to be sacred, the folks over there'll know something about it for sure. There's no time to lose. The longer we wait, the stronger Mordigan gets. So, let's get going.
Honored Luminary, we disciples of Angri-La will do all that we can to aid you in your preparations to take on the Lord of Shadows. We have even devised a special training regime for you. Visit us again soon. We will stand ready to help you hone your powers.
That man is in danger. We must go to his aid.
Oh, no, you don't, honey. Not unless you want to carry those clothes home in a bag. Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Sylvando, darling, you were fabulous! so fierce. Fierce doesn't even begin to describe it. You were ferocious.
Can it be? Can it truly, truly be? Truly, truly, truly? It is. I think it really is. Darling, it's so wonderful to see you. Oh, I thought you were lost to me forever.
You two are acquainted? And what is it that you do, exactly?
Oh, come now. Isn't it obvious? We're fighting an epic battle to bring back something the world has lost. It's Smile! That's right, darlings. We're on a quest to bring sunshine and laughter back to every corner of this drab world. My little parade has picked up quite a cavalcade of warriors for wondrousness. Aren't they just so much fun? But never mind that now. I can't believe you're alive. It's a miracle. I thought I'd never see you again.
Excuse me?
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry I forgot all about you. Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
No, I am not. Thanks to you. You are more strong than you appear. My name is Da. I come from Phenomenon in the south. And if it were not for your help, I would not be returning there. Thank you.
Oh, you're heading home. Then we better go with you. Can't have you getting attacked again now, can we, Listen, darling, you and me have got a lot to talk about. So what do you say you join the parade for a little while, huh? Come on. You know you want to. Oh, did he really just... So cold. But you don't need to be shy, darling. I know you're just itching to join me and the boys, really. Okay, time for you to take your first steps as a soldier of the Smile-Spreading Special Forces. Here, put these on. No, you look even more adorable than I thought you would. So proud. All right, boys, let's make our newest recruit feel right at home. He's an old friend of mine, after all. Lead on, darling! And don't let me catch you frowning. You're at the head of the world's premier gladness-bringing parade! All right, let's get out there and make the world smile! And... shimmy! Yeah!
Da, you are okay. You are not hurt. Oh, what a relief. I was fearing the worst for you, especially after little son has gone missing, you know.
Your boy is missing. Oh, honey.
Ugh. Where that selfish child chooses to go is none of my concern.
you must forgive him. His wife died recently, you know, and now his son is gone missing. It is very hard for him. Do you know of the monster Avarith? She appeared in the village with her foul friends soon after Yggdrasil fell and the darkness came. We were paralyzed with fear and could not run away. Then she gathered us all in the square. "Give me your valuables," she said. "Tell me what is most precious to you. I will protect it." People were so scared. They obeyed her without thinking. They gave her money, husbands, wives, even children. But the wicked creature lied to us. She did not protect the things we gave to her. No, she took them and ran away.
Oh, that's just awful. Oh, if there's one thing I hate, it's dirty, rotten liars. Don't worry, honey. We're gonna get all your stuff back. All of it.
Really? But Avarith is very strong, very powerful.
Oh, it'll take more than a common thief to stop me. I won't let you down. You know what they say? A knight's word is his bond.
A knight?
Avarith went south with everything she stole. She has a lair there, I think.
Then let's get after her. We've got an evildoer to punish.
Wow! Your parade looks fun. Where are you going?
Hi there, little one. We're just off to hunt down the horrible, nasty monster who's been kidnapping people from the village.
Is your father named Dar, by any chance? So you were not abducted? And what are you doing in such a dangerous place? Your father is worried about you.
My father does not care for me. He cares for my mother's necklace more than anything else. He told the monsters so. I thought he would say I was the most precious thing to him. It made me very sad. So I decided to follow the monster and get the necklace back for him. Then he will see that I am worth something. But then I strayed too far from the village and became scared. So I stopped here to hide.
What your father said was upsetting, I am sure. But this is no place for a child. Come, we will return you to the village.
No! If you are going after the monster, I am coming with you. I have to get my mother's necklace back.
Oh, don't be such a spoilsport, Hendrik. We'll look after the little darling. And besides, he'll be safer with us than out here on his own.
Very well. But the boy is your responsibility.
Thank you! Thank you! I will be useful to you, I promise. The monster went that way. There is a cave on the cape where she is hiding.
You heard him, everybody! Let's go teach that dirty bandit a lesson!
Now this is a surprise! Not many humans wander in here of their own accord.
Avarith, you fiend! You are going to give back what you've taken and let all the people of the village go. And you are going to do it now.
So that is why you are here. You humans and your heroic nonsense. Still, I suppose you have shown a lot of courage coming here. Very well. Let's say I do give everything back. It's not going to happen for free. You're going to have to give me something to sweeten the deal. How about your most valued possession? That seems like a fair trade, wouldn't you say?
Wait! If you wish to make a deal, fiend, you must make it with me. I have something for you. Something soft and warm and fragrant. Something I just know you are going to love.
Oh, what is it? What is it? It sounds amazing! I have to see it right now! Hand it over! Hand it over!
With pleasure. I do hope it brings you joy.
Let me see! Let me see! Ugh! What is that awful smell? You! Do you think this is some kind of joke?
Oh, don't you like it, honey? I chose it especially for you.
You'll pay for this! Avarice will not be mocked by a silly, dumped-up little human! Maybe this will teach you a lesson! Don't bother begging for mercy. Your lives are mine now, and I'm not giving them back.
It's awful.
Curses! How could I have lost? Impossible!
Ha! That's what you get for being a nasty, greedy girl.
Everybody, are you okay? You are not hurt.
We are fine, thanks to you. Our brave little son. Avarith only kept us prisoner. She did not hurt us.
You saved us. I do not know how to thank you.
Fair maiden, a smile will more than suffice.
Here it is! My mother's necklace! Oh, but... Oh. No! It is broken! I cannot take this back to my father. It will only make him more sad.
Oh, of course it won't, you silly boy. Didn't your daddy ever tell you it's the thought that counts? it could be smashed to pieces and you'd still be his little hero. All right, time to take Son and the others back to the village in style. Come, darlings, your parade awaits. You take your time, honey. We'll be having all kinds of fun. Ciao for now.
Hello, Father. I brought Mother's necklace back from the lair of the beast for you. But it is broken.
You did what? Foolish child!
Hmm? Huh?
You could have been killed. And then where would I be, without you, my most treasured possession?
But you said that Mother's necklace was your most treasured possession.
I said it, but I did not mean it. How could I? Don't you see? I did not trust the monster, so I said a lie. I lied because I wanted to protect you.
Really? I thought you did not care about me. I'm so sorry. You must have been so worried.
To think it was all but a misunderstanding. If only he and his father had simply been honest with one another.
Yes, if only. I'll see you both outside, okay?
Father, these are my new friends. They are the ones who rescued everybody.
I cannot thank you enough. You are true heroes. The first time we met, when you rescued me, I was searching for Son. But I had to pretend that I did not care, in case the monster came back and realized that I had lied. I hope you understand.
Where is my friend with the feathers? I wanted to say thank you.
Sylvando left very suddenly. Perhaps we should go and look for him.
If only he and his father had simply been honest with one another. You scared me! How long have you been standing there? Never mind. It was nice to see Son reunited with his father, huh? But there are some who will never be reunited with their loved ones. Some bridges that will never be repaired. Can I ask you something? Mordegon he's super powerful, right? Powerful enough to destroy our world. You've seen that power for yourself, but you still want to fight him, don't you? You really... You know, I thought it was enough. traveling the world trying to put smiles back on people's faces. But what good is a smile here and there if the Lord of Shadows could snatch it away at any moment? What I'm saying is, I have to leave my beloved parade and come with you. It's the only way. But there's something I want you to help me with first. It's all well and good me going and getting my head squished by Mordegon, but I can't do that to my darling boys. So we have to leave them somewhere safe, with somebody who can look after them. Now, I know just the place and just the person, but... well, there's no good way of saying this. I'm petrified of seeing him. So you have to come with me. You will, won't you, darling? Oh, thank you. I knew you'd say yes. Okay, I'm going to go break the news to my little soldiers of Smile. Meet me outside the village, all right? Darlings, I have an announcement to make. My parading days are over. But do not fear. It will only be for a little while. I will return as soon as the Lord of Shadows is defeated.
We understand, Sylve. That Mordegon's stolen enough smiles. Someone's got to stop him.
Yeah, you go and do what you gotta do, Sylve. We'll be heartbroken without you, of course, but we'll survive. And if anyone can show that rotten spoilsport what's what, it's you.
Exactly. We'll never get those smiles back if I don't do this. And I won't be leaving you high and dry. I'm going to ask my papi to look after you in Puerto Valor.
Puerto Valor? Wait. Surely not. Surely you cannot be Don Rodrigo's...
So you finally figured it out, huh? Same old stone-headed Hendrik. Such a sweet, simple boy.
Ah!
right, my little champions of cheer. Let's go show Puerto Valor how to party!
I cannot fathom it. The boy is unrecognizable, and he has abandoned the name his father gave him. Don Rodrigo must be furious. Forgive me for my lack of composure. This has all come as quite a shock. Sylvando is none other than the son and heir of Don Rodrigo, the noblest and most revered of all knights. It was always assumed that he would follow in his father's footsteps. But the two had a terrible argument, and the boy left Puerto Valor never to return. Until now. But perhaps this is not such a bad thing. I have been meaning to visit Don Rodrigo and seek his counsel. Very well. It is not far from here to Puerto Valor. The road will take us north and then east. Come, let us follow the parade.
It's so strange. I thought I'd never see this place again, and yet here I am. Well, at least I came back with a bang. You go on ahead, honey. I need a second to compose myself.
Don Rodrigo, it is I, Hendrik. It has been too long.
Huh? Hendrik? Ho ho ho! How many years has it been since you completed your training, eh? Come closer, caballero. Let me see your face. I have heard many tales of your exploits. To think that the great lump of meat who came to me all those years ago is now the hero of Heliodor.
I had not expected to find you in such good spirits, my lord. As one who owes everything to your kind offices, it pleases me greatly. Alas, there has been precious little cause for mirth since last we met. Dundrasil fell, then Yggdrasil, and now the Lord of Shadows roams the land. Don Rodrigo and I have much to discuss. Perhaps you could go and fetch Sylvando while we talk.
Oh, hey, honey. I guess they sent you to fetch me, huh? It's so silly, I know. Here I am, happy to go put my neck on the line in the fight against the Lord of Shadows. And yet the thought of facing Papi makes me want to run away screaming. Seeing that boy and his father in Phnomnon made me think I could do it. That I could finally face him. But now I'm here, I'm so scared. You've heard what happened with me and him, I guess. Hendrik told you, huh? It all seems so far away now. Even before I could walk, I was training to be a knight, you know? I would stay in Puerto Valor and follow in my father's footsteps. Then one day, the circus came to town. It was so fabulous. I can't even describe it. It was love at first sight. I knew from the second I walked into that tent that I'd found my calling. Getting up on that stage and making people happy, that was the life for me. But Papi, he wasn't so keen. A few plates got smashed the night I broke the news to him, let me tell you. But I wasn't going to let that stop me. Oh no. This was my calling. To make the whole world happy. I would be a knight in smiling armor. He didn't have anything to say to me after that. That was when I knew that I had to go and prove to him that I meant what I said. So I left. And I haven't seen him since. Dear me, that got a bit long and emotional, huh? But it's made me feel a whole lot better. In fact, yes, let's do this. It's now or never. Let's go pay Papi a visit. Hi, Papi.
Caramba! Norberto, you dare to show your face in my presence. And you have come to tell me something, see?
I'm sorry, Papi. Sorry. So sorry.
Sorry? What are you apologizing for? Foolish boy.
Huh?
You have succeeded in making the world smile, see?
Not yet, Papi.
Then why are you here, hmm? Why did you come back if you have not yet done as you promised? You said you would do it, Norberto. You said you would make everyone happy. I did not raise you to be a failure. How dare you come to me and...
Papi!
Damn you, boy. If I were younger, I would put you over my knee. What kind of a knight makes an oath and does not fulfill it?
Wait. Papi, did you say knight? You still think of me as one? You have no idea how... Oh, thank you, Papi. Thank you. I guess it wasn't very knightly of me to come back before I'd fulfilled my promise, huh? But I had a good reason.
The Lord of Shadows. See?
See? How can I make people happy if he is there making their lives miserable? It is impossible. Which is why I'm going to beat him. Only then can I fulfill my vow and make all the people of the world smile again.
Careful, boy! Do not promise to defeat Mordegon if you do not truly intend to do so. I will not have you break another oath.
Of course, Papi. A knight's word is his bond. You taught me that. But there's just one teensy-weensy little thing I need to ask you to do to help. I've picked up a few friends on my travels. They're kind of young and kind of innocent. They need a role model, you know? Someone to lead them.
You do not even need to ask, Norberto. A knight serves the weak untiringly. Or have you forgotten the pledge?
Oh, Papi, really?
Come on, Norberto. Of course, it will be my pleasure.
Oh, Aren't you just the sweetest, kindest father a boy could hope to have? Oh, darlings! Come say hello to your Tío Rodrigo!
Oh, what a lovely bedroom. It's so big. Huh? Oh, don't tell me this is your dad, Sylve. He's awfully manly. I'll feel safe with you looking after me, Mr. Rodrigo.
Roberto, explain yourself. What is the meaning of this?
Now, Papi, let's just pop this on.
Hey, Roberto, where are you? Hey, get your hands off of me! That's your foolishness, boy! I did not agree to this!
Oh, don't be like that, Papi. How can you lead my little band of boys if you don't look the part, huh? You promised. And didn't you always teach me that a knight's word is his bond? Huh? Listen to me, soldiers of Smile. You serve my papi now. You must do as he says. Do not fail me.
Please, Sylve, don't go. Don't leave us.
Darlings, it breaks my heart to say goodbye. Truly, it does. But we have to be strong. As soon as Mordegon is defeated, I'll be right back with you. I'll be home before you know it. You'll see. And no matter how far I go, no matter how hard it gets, I'll always be with you. Always.
Oh, Sylve, we'll be with you too. Just say the word and we'll come running.
Thanks so much for all your help, darling. I'm all yours now, I promise. The salty stallion is all yours too, of course. She's anchored off to the east of here.
With a ship at our disposal, other places will be accessible to us. Perhaps now we can seek out your friends in Arborea.
It's a wee bit stormy all of a sudden.
Sylvando, this ship of yours is not about to sink, is it?
Don't mention the S word! I'll have us out of this in just a jiffy!
Oh,
smell? Fresh flesh!
That voice, where is it coming from?
Oh, yeah. Tremble before the mighty Alizarin, faithful servant of the Lord of Shadows and ruler of the deep. You dare to enter my realm unbidden. Know that an insult to me is an insult to my lord and master. Prepare to pay with your lives.
You're the one who'll be paying, you great big slimy so-and-so! Get a load of this! Are you having me on? I just blasted you with pearly gates and you barely even flinched!
The orb with which my lord and master entrusted me renders all your petty human enchantments null and void. Now join me in the blackest depths of despair.
And what, might I ask, are you staring at? Is there something stuck to my face? All right, all right. It is rather an imposing appearance, I agree. Why don't we try another? No, still no good. Well, if at first you don't succeed.
Not settling on a particular form, hmm? That rather makes me think you might not know who I am. In your world, I am known as the Seer. I take on different appearances for different people, you see. By which I mean to say that I look different depending on who is doing the looking. But enough about me. How's the fishing? Caught anything? No, I didn't think so. You're not ready yet, you see. When the time comes, you will know it. When the fish finally takes the bait, you must be ready to reel it in. But until then, you have no choice but to wait patiently. That is just the way of life. You know, I have the strangest feeling I've met one of your companions. Eric, was it? Well, no matter. We are not here to discuss him. Come, let us go inside. We can save the fishing for another day. Take a seat. Make yourself at home. Now, the fact that you're here makes me wonder if you might have taken a bit of a wrong turn somewhere. Hold still for just a moment. So that's it. Worried we've lost the power of the luminary, are we? Well, I'm afraid there's not much I can do about that. But there is one thing I can say. You may think that your power has been taken from you by the Lord of Shadows. But power cannot be taken, no more than it can be touched or tasted. Especially not the power of the luminary. Still no idea what I'm talking about, huh? Well, no matter. I think that's enough for now. Let me leave you with this thought. When the time comes, you will know. You will feel the tug on the line, and you will know. As in fishing, so in life. Oh, that's right. You're drowning, aren't you? That won't do at all. Well, don't fret. A certain sacred tree tells me it's not your time just yet. Right. We'd better get you woken up, hadn't we? You are the luminary, after all. You have rather an important task to be getting on with. Go. Save the world.
Darling, you're alive! Oh, thank goodness!
When you took that tumble into the sea back there, we all thought you were done for, laddie. Oh, it was terrible. We tried to fish you out, but you slipped beneath the waves before we could get to you. But then, well, it was nothing short of a miracle. There was a bright light, and suddenly, there you were, floating up from the seabed. Somehow we managed to pull you out of the water, give that big slimy so-and-so the slip, and get here to safety. I still don't know quite how we did it.
What's the matter, honey? You look like you've seen a ghost. You're kidding. You were fishing and you met a person called the Seer and they turned into a dog? Oh, come on, silly Billy. You were just dreaming, that's all. You were out for a long time.
You have been through quite an ordeal. You need rest. As do we all. Come.
Whoop!
Put courage in your heart and lightning in your hand.
There'll be time enough for staring out to sea tomorrow, laddie. Come on, let's get you to bed.
Such pain. Such despair. I am helpless, powerless, bound by the chains of regret. If only I could go back, I would gladly accept eternal damnation just to go back to that day.
Please, hear my plea. You must free this restless knight from his prison of despair.
So we all had the same dream, eh? Just like people have been saying. The poor knight bemoaning his fate, asking to go back.
Oh, it was tragic. He looked so desperate. I wish there was something we could do to help, but we don't know who he is, or even where he is.
Maybe not. But that was Dracilian armor he was wearing. There's no doubt about that. What do you say, laddie? Shall we go and see what's become of Dundrasil now that this blasted darkness has engulfed the world? Crivens. This place was in ruins the last time we came. But this is something else. Ah, it fair breaks my heart. Where was I? Ah, yes. It should be around here somewhere. Would you boys do me a favor and shift this little lot?
Well, don't just stand there, darling. If I'm getting my hands dirty, you are too.
Where does this stairway lead, Lord Robert?
To an underground passage that runs beneath the castle. It was meant to allow the royal family to flee should Dundrasil ever come under attack. Right, let's get in there and see if we can find some clues to the identity of our restless knight, shall we?
Such pain. Such despair. How dare you? How dare you return here? Begone, servants of evil! You took everything. You destroyed everything. You monsters! I will never forgive you!
I'm keen to have a wee chat with our friend here, but something tells me he's got other things in mind.
Such despair. Such pain. You took my beloved Eleanor. You took my boy. I will never forgive you!
Eleanor? But that's the old queen's name, which would make you...
Erwin, last king of Dundrasil. Just as I thought. A great man, and a fine warrior too, as you've just witnessed. And, most importantly of all, your father. I'm sorry the two of you had to meet like this. What happened to you, Erwin? Come on, laddie. Look at me. What in the...
At last you have come. Long have I waited for a kindly soul to free my restless night from his misery.
The voice from the dream.
You are correct, of course. Before you kneels Erwin, King of Dundrasil. All those long years ago, on that darkest of days, he fought to the last. The light of justice sustained him, and he refused to yield to the darkness. But with time, that light has waned, and all that remains is the tortured soul you see before you. Lost between light and dark, life and death. I beg of you, help him, free him from his nightmare. Shine the light of hope into the darkness of his despair.
The voice. It's gone again. Who is she?
That'll have to wait. Erwin here needs our help. But what are we supposed to do to help him?
Do I smell fresh meat? It's been a while. Years, in fact. Well then, I need to make you nice and miserable before I devour your tender torment. Watch and despair. Such pain, such anguish. I am helpless, powerless, bound by the chains of regret.
King Erwin, it is a great honor to be invited to celebrate this most special of days with you.
The birth of your son and heir is a source of great joy and happiness to us all. Congratulations, Your Majesty.
Thank you. Thank you. Aye, this is a momentous day for Dundrasil. I am truly humbled to be lucky enough to celebrate it with you all. My dear Sultan, King Gustav, allow me to welcome you both to Dundrasil. You honor us with your presence.
The honor is all ours, King Erwin. Truly, it has been far too long. 1,000 thanks for preparing such lavish festivities. Though, of course, we are not here merely to celebrate. Today's Colloquy of Kings shall determine the fate of Erdrea for generations to come. I, for one, mean to see that my people's interests are well represented. You will forgive me if I grow a little passionate at times.
It is the first time the rulers of the Four Kingdoms have ever gathered under one roof, you know. A momentous occasion indeed. But the reason itself is a momentous one, of course. The birth of an heir to the title of Luminary is an event of unparalleled significance.
Indeed it is. Thank you once again for agreeing to meet so readily. Now, I have some final preparations to make before we convene the colloquy. I will come and fetch you when we're ready to begin. Guards, I don't suppose any of you have seen King Carnelian?
Yes, sire. King Carnelian is walking the grounds with Lord Robert, sire.
King Carnelian, Lord Robert, I will be convening the colloquy shortly, if you'd like to make ready.
Lord Robert informs me that the boy bears the mark, that he is the Luminary reborn.
That's right, aye. I've decided to present him to you all at the colloquy. The sight of so many people gathered to celebrate his birth has brought home to me how important he is. How much hope the light he brings represents.
Save it for the meeting, Owen.
Don't take it to heart, laddie. The fate of all Erdrea hangs in the Luminary now. Not everyone's going to be happy about that. Right, it's nearly time. Why don't you go and fetch the wee one from Eleanor's chambers?
He's so tiny. Can I touch him, Lady Eleanor? I promise I'll be careful.
I think he likes you, Jade. He wants to play. He's a very special boy, you know. They call him the Luminary. People have all sorts of hopes for him. But I just hope he grows up to be like his father, that he can help people to overcome their problems, just as Erwin does.
I hope he grows up to be nice and kind like you, Lady Eleanor. King Erwin!
colloquy's about to start, Eleanor. Will you hand me the wee one? All right, wee man. Let's go and talk to some scary old men, shall we? Don't worry. Daddy'll look after you.
Oh, Erwin. You don't need to hold on to him so tight, you know. Let the poor boy breathe. Would you look at it thundering away out there? And on such a special day, too. It's making me feel uneasy.
Come on now, Eleanor. There's nothing to worry about. We'll keep you safe no matter what, won't we, wee man?
And what about me,
Hey, you don't need me to protect you, Jade. You've got King Carnelian. Your dad's a force to be reckoned with, and no mistake. Right. We better get this meeting started. I'll see you later, Eleanor.
Good luck. Both of you.
This child, he is the one?
He bears the mark. There's no mistaking it. Dark One riseth, tree descendeth, luminary, man defendeth. Light's mark shineth, hand extendeth. With his coming, black night endeth.
The final poem in the Book of Erdwin.
The legends tell us that the Dark One was defeated by the Luminary in the Age of Heroes, bringing eternal peace to the world. But, as I'm sure you haven't failed to notice, monsters walk the land once more. The peace of Erdrea is under threat.
The kingdom of Svardsrust has already fallen at the wicked creature's hands, and King Arnud with it. He will be sorely missed.
And now a child has been born who bears the mark, which brings us to a reason for gathering here today. What does all this mean for Erdrea?
You speak of the Dark One, of monsters running wild, of the peace of centuries crumbling. But surely, the birth of the child signals an end to our woes. Now that the luminary is among us, the balance can be restored, the peace can be maintained. All is well, is it not?
You believe that the presence of the luminary will ensure that peace prevails. Can you be certain? Forgive me, Lord Robert, but the Book of Erdwin contains another poem concerning this matter, does it not?
It does. The very first poem. The prophecy. World tree's gift, first of many, bold, bright, blessed luminary. Thy light doth a shadow cast. Lo, the Dark One, bleak, black, vast.
What are the two of you implying? That the luminary causes the appearance of the Dark One?
Without light, there cannot be shadow. Without darkness, the stars cannot shine. This has always been the way of the world. Darkness and light must coexist. So, indeed, the birth of the Luminary may well be what causes the Dark One to awaken.
You dare to imply that my son is somehow the source of our troubles? That the Luminary isn't a force for good?
Can we be certain that he is? Evil does not always take a monstrous form, after all. You must have noticed the sinister glow emitted by Erdwin's lantern of late. Ever since your child was born, in fact.
What are you trying to...
The star sings at night, you know. I have heard it. It sings of Erdria's destruction.
King Gustav is right.
Don't you start.
Ominous footsteps approach. We all hear them. As the leaders of this world, we owe it to our people to root out even the slightest hint of evil at its source. Even when that source is painfully close to home.
Why don't you just come out and say it? You're asking me to kill my own son. My own flesh and blood. Something happened. Not long before the child was born. I'm sure some of you saw it. A great, blinding light shot up from Yggdrasil and set the sky aglow. For a moment, it seemed that night had become day. We saw that same light on the evening he was born. It was shining from the mark on his hand. The child is a force for good. I have never been more certain of anything. He did not give rise to the darkness. He was sent to drive it out. Light and dark are not two sides of the same coin. The light of the Luminary is a gift. A gift that will cleanse the world of evil.
A rousing performance indeed. Of course, if you had shown even a whit less conviction, we would have had no choice but to remove the child from your care. The Luminary is the child of Yggdrasil. He alone can bring light to the world. He must be protected at all costs.
I hope you will forgive us our little test, but we had to be sure how strongly you believed. Your face.
I am satisfied. Send him to Heliodor when he comes of age. He will be trained in all that he will need to fulfill his destiny. We must confer upon the Luminary the power to lead us all.
King Carnelian, everyone, I don't know what to say.
Very good. The most pressing item on our agenda is dealt with, and it ended just as I knew it would.
Now the matter is settled. Our kingdoms are united in their purpose.
Let all be as Yggdrasil wills it.
That concludes the colloquy. Now, all that remains is to introduce the luminary to his adoring public.
Thank you, King Carnelian. My friends, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Now, Your Majesty! What is it?
You must flee the palace immediately. Monsters! Hundreds of monsters!
We're under attack. Everyone, we have to get out of here now.
Where is the luminary, Babs? Give him to us.
They have come in force, but they shall not have the child. Lord Robert and I will keep them at bay. Take Eleanor and the child and flee the castle. Now!
But King Carnelian, this is suicide!
You need not fret on my behalf. I am not in my dotage just yet. Now go!
Thank you, both of you.
King Erwin, there you are! We were so worried!
You're alive! Oh, thank the heavens. When we saw the monsters coming, we feared the worst for you both.
Never mind that now. We need to get out of here, all of us. Come on. No matter what happens, I will get you out of here. I promise. Let's go. We should be able to get out through here.
I feel his presence. I sense him. I smell him. The luminary. Give him to me. There can be no escape.
Just you try and take him.
The monsters are everywhere. What are we going to do, Erwin?
If they've made it this far around the castle, they must have the place surrounded. We'll have to use the tunnels. This way. Time to make a break for it. I'll deal with him. Get out of here! Quickly!
But Erwin...
Run! And don't look back! despicable creatures. Do your worst. You won't get past me! And stay down. Right. Time to get after Eleanor. King Carnelian? Over here, Your Majesty! King Carnelian? What in the... Who are you? What do you think you're doing? Your Majesty!
Erwin, is that you? What happened? Is everyone safe?
You're all right. Thank goodness. Jade's with Eleanor and the wee one, Your Majesty. They made it safely out of the castle.
I see. Good. Very good. I shall send my forces after them right away.
Your Majesty, what do you...
The bloodline of the Luminary ends here, today.
King Carnelian? Your Majesty? Sire. Forgive me. I was unable to find you. I thank the heavens that you are unhurt. King Erwin, what has happened here?
I had no choice. He came at me in a frenzy. Queen Eleanor has absconded with the Luminary, and with my daughter.
Surely not. Whatever would possess them to commit such acts?
The birth of the child has put them both under great pressure. It has also caused the coming of the monsters, the loss of countless lives. Perhaps the coming of the Luminary does bring darkness in its wake. After all, without him, this tragedy would never have come to pass. Yes! I see now! He is not our savior. He is the harbinger of the night to come. The child of evil! The dark spawn! He must be found and dealt with. The peace of Erdrea must not be permitted to collapse. Find him! Leave no stone unturned!
Sire.
He is no harbinger of darkness. He is the Luminary, the Savior. Someone, please. King Carnelian must be stopped, or the world will be plunged into darkness. Eleanor, please. Forgive me. I was too weak.
before. I devour despair. And this one's misery is just exquisite. His kingdom ruined, his family gone, betrayed, dying alone. Which is why I've been drawing out his torture for all these years. One must savor such succulent suffering. But even the most fabulous feasts must come to an end. It is time to move on to the next course. How does your despair compare, I wonder? Hold still while I sample its delights. Give yourself to misery. Let anguish consume you. This is your most painful memory. The darkest, tenderest recess of your soul. Yes, your powers were stolen and used to give birth to a monster. You could not protect your friends. You could not save the world. What kind of hero are you? Pathetic. Wallow in it. Marinate yourself in misery. Yes. My mouth begins to water.
Can you hear me? Please, you must listen. There is a light inside you that can never be extinguished. It is waiting, biding its time, but it is there, and when it shines forth, it will illuminate the world. Now is that time. You are the luminary. You must conquer the darkness. You must shine.
This light is...
What's happening?
You're back with us, laddie. Are you all right?
this light. Disgusting. It blinds me. It fills my mouth. It tastes of hope.
This is the beast responsible for King Erwin's suffering. We must defeat it and lift His Majesty's curse.
You dare disturb me while I prepare to sample the next delicious morsel of misery. No matter, your screams of agony will surely whet my appetite.
Where am I? Wait. Those eyes. I'd know them anywhere. Son. Is it really you? It was you who saved me, wasn't it?
You're back. You're back to your old self at last.
Eleanor?
Our son has freed you. Despair no longer holds you captive. You are free to join me after all these years.
I am, my love. I am.
My dear son, my darling boy. Many hardships await you, many trials lie ahead, but you must not stray from your path. You must not falter. Let the light of hope, the light inside you, be your guide. And remember, we will always watch over you. Farewell, my darling. I love you so much.
Goodbye, my little one. Goodbye, Erwin. I hope both of you find peace at last.
Honey, your hand!
The mark. It's glowing again. Your powers, they're back!
The luminary is restored to us, and all thanks to his honored parents.
Archer? You here for a bit of R&R like everyone else, eh? R&R? Not likely. We've things to be getting on with. Seriously? You ain't in Octagonia to let your hair down? Why else would anyone come here? Everyone's been miserable since it got all dark and that, right? Well, this is where people come to forget all that horrible stuff. To have a bit of fun. I met this girl on the road, as it happens. She said she was headed here too. Cool, she was a looker. Dressed all funny, she was. One of them martial artist types, you know. I was hoping to see her here, if I'm honest.
A beautiful martial artist, huh? You don't think it could be...
Bruv! There he is. I thought he'd never show up. Well, it was nice talking to you. Maybe we'll bump into each other in town again, eh? You took your time. Where have you been, you plonker? We got fun to be having. Come on.
Here, hold up.
Octagonia. It has been a long time.
Well, there's no harm in taking a quick look around town, eh? You never know. The lass he was talking about could be Jade.